Make babies. There's a little bouncy guys. What up, little dude? Rename? Bro, I could give him names.
Yeah. I don't know.
You mean from this? No. Okay. I have 3 out of 4 available species and 6 out of 12 active beasts. So I can only have 4 species in here at a time. And I'd have to move them in and out of my inventory. Okay.
Everything that's expected.
Okay. I won't worry about it then. Shut up, chat. I didn't do half bad last time.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Cappy's bored, everybody.
Yeah.
Glad you came.
Hello, Serona. I received your owl. How are you?
Hello, my friend. Did you ever find Lodgog?
I did, thank you. In fact, we're working together to try and rein in Ramrock.
Are you? I suspected you and he would get along. Perhaps best I don't know details of your plans. And I shall refrain from telling you to be careful yet again. But I hope you will be.
Of course. Your owl mentioned you're needing my help with something?
I do. I thought you might be just the person to do a favour for my friend Dorothy Sprottle in Upper Hogsfield.
I've actually met Mrs. Sprottle. I recently spoke with her about her friend Claire Beaumont.
She's lovely. Her late husband Aidan was a friend of my father's. In fact, I'd stay with Dot and Aidan the summers I waited tables here as a student. I've seen her a few times since Aidan passed, but the pub's been so busy lately, I've not been as attentive as I'd have liked. I wonder if you might pop in and see her. She may need some help collecting ingredients for her supply of Wiggenweld potion. And you could retrieve something of mine in the process. A box, full of old letters and such.
Why does Mrs. Sprottle keep a supply of Wiggenweld potion on hand?
Dot's a skilled potioneer. She's been supplying travelling vendors with Wiggenweld potion. An ordinary precaution that has, unfortunately, become a necessity, what with Ranrock's loyalists disrupting the trade routes.
Why did Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle have your box of letters after all this time?
It's one of a few that I had when I was young. Dot found it when she was clearing out a closet. Can't imagine what's in there. Probably terribly theatrical. The ramblings of a teenage witch and her friends. You're welcome to take a peek inside, if you do find it. To be honest, I'd imagine it contains some lovely memories.
I'll try to go and see her when I can.
It would mean the world to me, and to Dorothy. Aidan was bringing the box of letters to me when he was taken ill. Dot can tell you where he might have dropped it. You'll find the hamlet just north of Hogsmeade. Please do give Dot my love.
Okay. I get there, Dot's just dead. I like that. No! Well, you know, rip.
Does anyone else remember those?
I heard that Adam might.
Meow.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
I didn't think that far ahead. She was like, it's north of the place, and I'm exiting on the south side.
I always remember. Sometimes I ignore.
That's fair.
I play games with compassion.
She knows. Tree!
Who
Smash!
lived here, I wonder? Revelio. Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle? Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Sirona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Oh, dear Sirona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aidan used to collect hawklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some hawklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aidan died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aidan took ill when he was collecting hawklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather hawklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Oh, goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'll be here if you are able to collect those hawk lumps. I, and the vendors I help, would greatly appreciate it. Hope they know what they're doing. Bruce.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
Oh, those are Horcrux. Okay, yeah, I've got tons of those.
I need to visit the cave to find Sirona's box of letters. Perhaps I'll find more hawk lumps while I'm there. Better have a look around, see if I can find that box of letters. That's all the hawk lumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Revelio. Confringo.
Oh.
Revelio. Confringo.
Great, you remembered the doubles. I know, that's like I said it. I knew you had him.
Oh, I just saw the thing. It was like, light it.
Yeah, I think that's
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio.
don't worry too much. You can come back in here and oh no! Oh boy, well.
Rip.
That's all the hawk lumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. Confringo! Defender! Expelliarmus! Expelliarmus! Defender! Confringo!
Nice.
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Descendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Or should I not dodge into the attacks?
Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Defendo. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defendo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. That was a close one.
Nah, it was alright. Troll in the dungeon. That's from the movie.
Revelio. Confringo. Revelio. Confringo. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Confringo.
Can I catch those?
Well, Revelio and Season.
Revelio.
Oh, will it highlight the other ones?
Wait, why is that one?
Yeah, I don't.
You were looking for something. Sit up.
Revelio.
Funny. Dear Serona, when I arrived here, I had a troubling sense that in many ways I wasn't like the other first years. I confess I worried that Hogwarts might not have been the proper place for me and pondered sending an owl to my parents asking them to fetch me almost before the first week of class had ended. Yeah, again, Baka, no, I don't remember that, but I definitely believe it happened. How did you know? I presume you're not secretly a Legilimens, but I wonder if you seemed to know my thoughts better than I did myself. That day in the Three Broomsticks, when you spotted me huddled in a corner, staring blankly at an untouched butterbeer and an empty bit of parchment, my quill dripping ink woefully onto the floor, and you came to sit with me, well, I shall never forget it. I recall a sudden sense of relief, as if someone had cast a levitation charm on me. When you told me about how nervous you had been to come to Hogwarts, I looked at you and it seemed beyond my imagination to think of you as anything but that confident, contented witch sitting before me. In the days that followed, I marveled at how you charmed in the non-magical sense. I mean, everyone around you, without apology, embracing who you were and who they were. It was as though a candle had flicked on for me. I realized that I could choose that path as well. Not that my school years are now that my school years are ending, the frightened first-year witch I had always been seems worlds away. And I know it's because you saw yourself in that despairing creature in the corner of the pub and so generously extended yourself to her. Yours sincerely, Mirabelle. P.S. Please tell Mrs. Sprottle that I still plan on visiting her and Mr. Sprottle whenever I can for their delightful conversation, and I am unashamed to admit her incomparable cauldron cakes. Dear Serona, I conjured this wee gift for you as a token of my gratitude. If you hadn't stood your ground on my behalf during the Quidditch practice last week, I might have left the team altogether, and now we've won the Quidditch Cup. Ravenclaw House would not be the same without you. Hey, she's a Ravenclaw. Nice. Sean. My dear Serona, I've sent a note separately to dear Mr. and Mrs. Sprottle for their hospitality, but felt the need to put quill to parchment with my thanks to you as well. What a lovely respite from the castle. I won't soon forget how we giggled about that ridiculous gnome. Did he truly believe what he was singing? And Mrs. Sprottle's steak and kidney pie was simply glorious. I shall dream of it for days. Ew. So I appreciate you including me. I fear I must warn you, however, that this does not mean I will go easy on you in next week's match. You know that Ravenclaw is no match for Slytherin this year. Yours, most gratefully yours, Philomena.
Revelio.
Dear Serona, happy birthday, my darling friend. I sneaked into the kitchens and asked Finky to make your favorite cream crowdy. She was delighted to oblige. Not sure where she got the raspberries at this time of year. Genius, that Finky. Bess. Dear Mrs. Sprottle, Mother and Father were delighted to hear that you and I had spent the afternoon at Gladrags last Saturday. Truth be told, I think my mother was ever so slightly envious. I shan't... I'm reading a lot. No, I got it. I shan't soon forget how heartily we laughed at my efforts to lace the bodice of my new dress. A challenge indeed. As is the rather delicate practice of properly situating a hat pin without wounding either my hat or my head. but I adore everything that we selected. And I have you to thank for now feeling like a marvelously fashionable witch. It was also a treat to dine at the Three Broomsticks without having to clear the tables. I shall own a place like that one day, mark my words. Alright, nailed it. I consider myself more than lucky that you and Mr. Sprottle agreed to let me stay. I know that my parents feel precisely the same way. Yours gratefully, Sir.
I think that's everything. Serona will be glad to have this back. I should take this box of letters to Serona. She'll be glad to have it back.
Should also sell when I get into town. I haven't sold in a long time. Yeah, sell. Bye. She's leaving me chat.
Oh. Impact shop.
Is that this one?
Hello. Mind you, don't turn quick. If you're stuck with a Duracell feather, it doesn't half hurt.
Hello.
Welcome to Brood and Peck. I'm Ellie Peck. And before you ask, I'm out of a Braxton hair. The lot of it was bought up by a trader in Ottery St. Catchpole. Made me take it in person, they did. No care that I had to shut the shop. Apparently had a bad experience with someone shipping them hair for my Wampus cat. Must have been someone from America, no doubt, because we don't even have them here. Anyway, what are you here for? Mooncarved fur? Duracell feathers? Always have trouble collecting them myself as the bird keeps disappearing. Cheeky thing. Used to carry them in the shop, Duracalls. But people kept asking for their money back when they'd get home and the blasted things would be nowhere in sight.
I can imagine that would be rather frustrating.
There's worse. Trust me. Most of the suppliers of whooper feathers may as well be living in St. Mungo's. Not surprising, I suppose, the cry in those things. Oh, but such marvellous feathers. Almost worth going mad for.
Sounds like stocking your shelves comes with some hazards.
Truer words never spoken. Used to carry beasts themselves. Good business it was, but had it up to here with parents grumbling. Not my fault if the little ones caught a flea of an easel. Ooh, you should have heard them. No, best with byproducts. And I do like to make sure the beasts are safe and well cared for. Couldn't guarantee that with some of these prospective owners. Now, why don't you have a good look around? Stocks change all the time, and not just because they disappear. Always best to pop in whenever you can to get things before they run out. Which they used to literally do.
Thank you, I will.
Take all the time you need. And thank you for stopping by. A treat to have you here.
Man, she is talkative.
What do you have for sale?
She's excited for me to be here.
Now, what sorts of beast byproducts might you be looking to acquire?
Okay. A little bit of everything. And they're all pretty, well, they're not all pretty cheap.
Well, for rarity.
Fair enough.
I'll not mind seeing you here again. Consider yourself...
Oh, you may only be able to sell this.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Alright, cool. So I can come in here and buy rare stuff from her.
Revelio.
Brood and Peck, proprietor Ellie Peck, is a fierce protector of beasts and will give you a fair price for any beast in need of a safe home. Brood and Peck is the shop to visit for beast byproducts like Fooper feathers and Niffler fur. Nice. An interesting store that literally goes, that's like the inside and the outside of the same place. Yeah. That's kind of cool. I like that.
New instruments
We
are
just acclimated to
expensive,
it.
you know.
Come on in and have a look around. No touching if you have sticky fingers.
I guess because they're right across the street from the candy store. That makes sense.
This was the store I came to one time and thought I hit sell. Buying everything.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Because it's all the gear that you would normally sell.
Yeah, so I just wasn't even paying attention to the cost of money. I was just like, you know.
Did you reload?
And of course, I had spent so much money that I could have used elsewhere. Autopilot.
Yeah, I bet.
I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about.
I'm simply saying I thought the owl looked a bit unwell.
Yeah. Snazzy. It's one of those cats that's like split down the center. Yeah, his face is orange on
You'll
one,
see it
black
was a
on the other, but
mistake.
like exactly 50-50. Nice indeed, Captain. Mosaic cats.
Hello, Serona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
No, that's not what I was doing.
Oh, what's up?
See you later, Baka. Thanks for hanging out.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlick?
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen that letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, It's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
That's weird. I was thinking that Professor Garlick looked really young compared to like most of the other ones who are like.
She talked about it. She got invited to do it right after graduating conference.
I must have missed that one line.
She talked about it. Oh, I don't know if they talked or someone talked about it. Yeah, they
Like essentially after she graduated, they're like, "You just want to teach here?"
Oh yeah, because the other dude went to St.
I do remember that part. I just never connected that that was like at the same time.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that she was Sirona's classmate because Sirona's really young compared to like all the other professors that look like they're in their 50s or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I missed cheering for Ravenclaw. We could have cheered them on together.
Hey, that's a custom line because I'm a Ravenclaw. Because I doubt she would say that to like a Slytherin. We could have cleared on Ravenclaw together.
I have no. Never when I played get platinum, you have to get to the map chamber. Houses, you just beeline for the map chamber.
Well, yeah, but you did this quest with your Slytherin, right? Or with your Hufflepuff?
Yes, but I did it when the game first came out. I couldn't tell you what she said.
Oh,
Like,
okay,
I have
okay.
no memory of
It's
that.
it's really weird how you have like encyclopedic knowledge of some quests and others you're like, I don't remember this at all. It's so funny. 2 puns, bifurcated. Oh. Sage.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through... well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aidan. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
They're just having a conversation.
Well, I was thinking that as well when I walked in and she was cleaning the table. She's cleaning the table people are actively eating at. And I was going to be like, Sirona!
I'll say it again. Can't thank you enough for helping to save the village from those trolls.
You do not clean a customer's table while they're still eating. Yes. We did that once when we were working at when I was working at the one restaurant I worked at, when we had customers that were there like an hour after close. And we went around and just started like, because at the end of the day, we cleaned all the tables and then put the chairs on top of the tables so that we could like sweep and mop the floors. And they were there like an hour past close and we'd already like locked the doors and stuff. And so we just started going around lifting all the chairs up and cleaning the floors and stuff. And they just didn't get the hint. It was awful. Yes, dude. Oh my God. Maybe they spilled something? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Wait, isn't there another one in Hogsmeade? Wow, I keep clicking the wrong... No, that was it in Hogsmeade. Oh no, there's literally one right here. Sorry. Like, nope, that's it. It's
Irondale.
like 5 feet from me.
I'll fix him. that charm grinder.
Sir, is everything all right?
How kind of you to ask. The name's Ackley Barnes, and no, it is not. I'm plotting a sort of revenge against my ex-business partner, a conniving fiend by the name of Alfred Lawley. He cut me out of our herbology supply business, just as we were getting started. Said I was too volatile to work with. I'll show him volatile.
That must have been frustrating for you.
Yes, it was. Terribly. I'm simply passionate about my work. Supercilious fool. He's passionate about things too, as I intend to remind him by relieving him of his prized possession. A venomous tentacula he's grown from a seedling that was to be the keystone of our business venture. I can't get anywhere near it with Ruth Singer watching me like an augury. Lawley's doing, no doubt. But no one would suspect a student. How would you feel about committing some grand plant larceny?
You said Mr. Lawley was your ex-business partner. What were you working on?
I had an idea to train venomous tentacula, create guard plants, if you will, that attacked when ordered. We hit a snag when one ate Lawley's Kneasel. After that, he cut me out of the business, the short-sighted fiend.
Why do you need Mr. Lawley's venomous tentacula in particular?
Simple. If I have it, then Lawley doesn't. Ergo, I can launch my business, and he must start all over again. I'm killing 2 snidgets with 1 stone.
Guys, I feel like this is made for the Slytherin. Oh yeah.
You know what? I bet you if you say, I'm not comfortable with this, he's like, fine, but come back if you change your mind. And then the quest just remains.
What else is in Mr. Lawley's cellar?
All of Lawley's herbology supplies. He has quite the collection. Fill your pockets while you're there. Or to slow him down for a bit. And I can get my business going minus any competition.
Yeah.
I'm not sure this is something a student should be doing on your behalf.
Oh, it's nothing. And he deserves it. Trust me. You'll be in and out of there in no time.
Very well. I'll see what I can do.
Excellent. I shall be right here. All I ask is that you bring me the venomous tentacula. Remember, I just need that venomous tentacula.
Mr. Barnes will only get in trouble going down this path. Hello, Mr. Barnes. I have that venomous tentacula.
Wish I could see Lawley's face when he realizes his prized possession is gone.
This guy doesn't know.
Let's see who's volatile now. Well done. I'll take it off your hands now.
Could scam this guy twice.
Of course. Glad to hand it over, frankly.
I shall make an ocean of galleons, and Lawley's business will be sunk. Here's a little something for your next trip to Zonko's. Oh, to see the look on Lawley's face the next time he wanders down to his cellar.
Dragonhide herbologist gloves. Let's go. I just won't go anywhere. I just won't go anywhere anymore. This is it, everybody. Thanks for watching. No. Not playing the game anymore.
I love that you were like, you've never moved, you Okay, I did it. And he was like,
Great, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Hey, you're welcome. Fell for it.
Like, the police are watching me. Why don't you go in there and do it and run his life's work? And also steal all his stuff while he's there.
Yeah.
You're like, Christ. Or just ate his pet cat. No big deal.
Yeah. A jerk.
Revelio.
Oh shit, hey.
Adelaide Oaks, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oaks. Oh dear. You see, my Uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
Yellow is Hufflepuff, right?
Yes.
Okay. For some reason the Badger, like, I guess they never really touched on Hufflepuff at all in the movies all that much,
No,
because
the focus was very much Slytherin and Gryffindor.
yeah, I saw a couple of Ravenclaws, but I almost never saw a Badger at all.
I'm sure if you went back and watched now, you'd probably notice.
Yeah.
But back then, the focus was so much on
Those two houses.
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
I take it you and your uncle are close.
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5. Uncle Roland's looked after me for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot, insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Roland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping, notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide. Oh, Uncle Roland.
Immediately talk to her again and tell her her uncle's dead.
I hope Adelaide's Uncle Roland is all right. She seems very worried. Adelaide mentioned her uncle's camp may be near Brockborough, past the river.
She didn't mention that at all. She said there was a map. I know. I'm sorry. I remember the other 3, because For me, those were the only ones I ever saw in the movie. But I, like you said, I'll probably, honestly, after playing this game, I'll probably want to rewatch the movies. You're worth it.
I think you probably get a lot more when you have it.
I'll understand a lot more stuff.
Also pick up on things like, oh hey, that was in the game. That's not.
No, the movie's nodded to the game. So.
No.
I don't know how they managed, but...
Could this be Mr. Oakes' campsite? Ranrock's loyalists, just ahead. Should I take them by force or be discreet?
Yeah. Another human? Seems quiet. Too quiet, if you ask me. What have we here? Another human? I don't see myself doing this sort of thing forever, though. Fancy I'll have my own operation worked out one day. People working for me. What have we here? Another human? What have we here? Another human?
Petrificus totalis.
Someone there? Why, it's a grapple you are.
Now to find out what happened here. Revelio.
Doesn't have anything to do with those blue items, that's for sure.
Adelaide said that her uncle kept notes of his trades, maps. Perhaps these landmarks will lead me to him.
Probably won't.
Mr. Oakes' trade journal.
Right? Huh?
I want you to think today.
I know. Ranrock's lot agreed to meet, but I do feel a tad uneasy. They amended their requests and were angry when I asked questions. I overheard some of their plan in gobbledygook. They're after my rare metal deposits that are suitable for drilling. I'm afraid of upsetting them further. They seem rather volatile, and I need this transaction to happen. Perhaps we can work out a compromise, perhaps not.
Revelio.
They want me to follow a map to find this place? Oh, it's those things. Okay. Let me look at the map again. Inventory. This. Oh, it's follow the river. Okay, that seems simple. Follow the river. There'll be like a weird dead stick, and then what looks like a broken down tower. There's the river. Yeah. Well, give me a second. I need to go. It is essentially this way. Didn't have anything about a bridge. Did it show a crossover? In that case, it's a right. Oh, when he crosses the river, it's like not far from
The Ministry ought to relax their feelings towards the dark arts. Haven't a clue why there's such a fuss over poaching. There's enough beast flesh for everyone.
Expelliarmus!
I'll check your
Confringo!
pockets after you.
Defender!
Gah! What?
I'm bad with these maps because they're always like, look for this really obscure thing.
Oh god, it's there. That's a good representation of how hard it is.
So it's much further.
I have to guess.
I would be guessing like around here. Is it more like here-ish? This direction? Oh, it went the other way. It's the one decision I made was like where to which direction to turn when I got to the river, and I just chose the one. I need more of that stuff.
Oh, well, funny joke, but some of the stuff that you do it can end up.
Oh, there's the
rock
rock.
formation. That's the first landmark on this map. Now to find the crooked tree. A crooked tree, just as the map said. The crumbling tower shouldn't be far from here.
A crooked tree. Okay, after the crooked tree. There's still a ways on this side of the river. Okay.
And the crumbling tower. The spot on the map should be directly south of here. What do we have here?
Oh. Oh.
Trouble's brewing and I'm without my friends.
Just standing there minding your own business.
What am I doing here? This control is worthless.
Launch a burning enemy into another enemy with depulse. Jesus Christ.
But like slow loyalist. Okay.
I may have more luck higher up in the keep.
But then some of the others are really hard.
But some of it's not that they're impossible. It's just, I don't do it. Or like if you don't want to do the slow loyalist thing.
Petrificus totalis.
Yeah, but I have to do all three though.
No.
Oh, it's just I only get a third of the.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there are some where it'll give you
Yeah, I would only get half of the reward if I did that. Yeah.
My brother, like, finish in X amount of time, farm someone. Farm them, ran out of time.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I think that it's not all or nothing.
A ladder. That's what I need.
Turn that off.
I thought it was all or nothing.
The wizards will have no choice but to submit to us.
Frank, where did they go?
Oh, the same thing last time.
Ranrock will unite us!
Places. Defendo.
Won't get away with that.
Descendo.
Oh, yeah. Let's go this way for now.
This is the spot on the map. I'd best have my wits about me. Wingardium Leviosa.
Wait, but it gave you.
Oh.
Someone.
Defendo. Confringo.
It's the student from the town!
I will make you. How nice of you to stop by.
Descendo. Defendo. What went on here, I wonder? Goodness. Not a party to attend by myself.
Descendo!
Oh!
Missed me! Expelliarmus! Descendo! Defendo!
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop here for tonight, everybody.